On the last day before I left home, I stood alone in my farm. The air was still, and the fields stretched quietly around me. For a moment, everything felt suspended in time. My mind was blank, not because there was nothing to think about, but because my entire life up to that moment seemed to pass before me in a single glance. The years of work, the effort, the hopes I had planted there just like the crops in the soil. I wasn't anxious. I wasn't excited. I was simply observing my life, almost like an outsider looking at a chapter that was slowly coming to an end. Deep down, I knew something important. The life I had built there was over. Not in a tragic way, but in the quiet way that seasons change. Soon after that moment, I traveled to Dubai. In my mind, everything seemed simple. I believed that once I arrived, I would immediately be taken to work and life would quickly move forward. But reality rarely follows the plans we create in our heads. One of the first things I realized was something very basic. I had to buy food. Something ordinary. Something simple. Yet something I had not even thought about when I left home. It was a small moment, but it reminded me that every new beginning comes with lessons we never expect. Then came the waiting. One day turned into several days. Several days slowly turned into 2 weeks. During that time, patience became part of the journey. After 2 weeks in Dubai, we were moved to Abu Dhabi. Even then, the journey was not finished. We stayed for another week in the accommodation city before finally being taken to our workplace with Amazon and Musafa. Walking through the streets of the city during those days gave me time to think. I watched people moving quickly, each person carrying their own story, their own struggles, their own dreams. And in those quiet moments of observation, I understood something important. Life will not always unfold the way we expect it to. Sometimes it slows us down. Sometimes it forces us to wait. Sometimes it takes us far from everything we once knew. But no matter where life places you, no matter how uncertain the situation feels, there is one thing that must always remain: gratitude. Because even the most uncertain roads are still guiding us toward the person we are meant to become.